Honestly, I have identified the enemy who dumped us into this quagmire we are in. I have met the enemy face to face, and sadly, the enemy is us. We are our own tormentors. We are our own demons. We are as rapacious predators preying on the helpless, the weak, and the voiceless. We find corruption everywhere in government when every malefactor watching his cohorts back in blatant disregard of his oath when he assumed public office. I just heard that from a psychic that the first crack, when the big one hits, will be right here in the center of this. Philippines is so corrupt, it's so lousy, that if you kill all congressmen, senators, and the president, we will have a new day. So I pray that if the earthquake comes, it comes now, this moment. Kompleto na tayo. Let me ask you, when will corruption end? Kailan ba talaga ito? Hanggang kailan? Well, I don't know. When I decided to seek the presidency of this republic, I knew what the ills of our country were. I knew their causes, and I was briefed on those who caused the causes. I heard the people on the streets complain that justice had become illusory, that equity and fairness and speedy disposition of cases had deteriorated into hollow concepts fit only for muscular dissertations. It was and still is very sad indeed. As a former prosecutor, I know there are always ways of knowing how fast or how slow cases go. What I did was to look into the number of postponements and the time difference between each postponement and the next setting. It was simple as that.
Juror ka, juror siya, juror ako, juror tayo. Palakasan na hindi uso sa bayan ko.
Program was produced by the United States Courts.
Jury service is one of our most important civic duties. The Sixth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution states, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused should enjoy the right of a speedy and impartial trial by a jury of the state and district of where the crime has been committed. In other words, any person accused of a crime punishable by law has a constitutional right to a trial by jury. The Seventh Amendment provides a similar right to trial for litigants in a civil lawsuit. So, how are jurors selected? If you are at least 18 years of age and a U.S. citizen, you could be summoned for jury service. Jurors are essential. They listen to testimony, review evidence, and render a decision in a civil or criminal trial. There are two types of juries, grand and petit. A grand jury determines if there's probable cause or enough evidence to charge a person with a crime. It consists of 16 to 23 people, and proceedings are not open to the public. A petit jury, which you're probably more familiar with, is also called a trial jury. It consists of 6 to 12 jurors who examine the facts and render a guilty or not guilty verdict in a criminal trial.
Decide whether the accused is guilty or not guilty of the charges made. What does it take? Common sense, fairness, and impartiality. You don't need any prior knowledge of the law or special training to be a juror.
Sino ang unang nanuntok? Yun lang ho ang tanong sa juror. Sino ang unang nanuntok? Kailangan ba ninyo ng legal knowledge para alamin kung sino ang unang nanuntok? Hindi mo nyo kailangan. In fact, baka mas magandang juror yung mga kanto boy na marunong makipag-away. Hindi magandang juror yung anak ng taga-Forbes Park na parating din kasama bodyguard.